everyone, welcome first of all to Storing Away. Happy Hanukkah. We're here on the first night of Hanukkah. I'm Melissa Lantzman, I'm the Deputy Leader of Canada's Conservatives, and you certainly didn't come here to see me. We're live streaming this, so hello to everyone at home, and I'm going to pass it off to the leader. I think we need a bigger home, and I'm pretty sure that there's one down the street that will become available pretty soon. But I'm going to introduce the next Prime Minister of Canada, the leader of His Majesty's Loyal Opposition, Pierre Poilievre. And we'd love him.
Thank you, Deputy Leader Lantzman, for your kind introduction. Thank you to Member of Parliament and Associate Finance Shadow Critic from Winnipeg, Marty Morantz. It is great to be here and to host you with my wonderful wife, Anaida. And we're here today to celebrate Hanukkah, of course. And Hanukkah is an occasion for hope. It is the triumph of light over darkness. Of course, it represents an incredible story of human freedom when King Antiochus, an oppressive dictator, tried to rob the Jewish people of their identity and religion, banned them from practicing their Jewish faith, and even took over the temple and turned it over to the Greek gods, even had a statue of Zeus to defile the temple of Judaism. And the Maccabees, the courageous Maccabees, rose up, even though they were outnumbered and overpowered. They were, because of their faith and their strength, they were able to liberate Jerusalem, and then they went into the temple and had to rededicate it after all the wrong that had been done to it. But when they got there, they went to light the menorah, and there was only enough oil for one day. And so they needed 8 days. And amazingly, the oil continued to burn over all of those 8 days. And that provided light. And it really is the symbol of the Jewish people, the endurance of light over darkness, of overcoming all odds to survive and thrive and keep the Jewish culture and faith alive and well and dynamic. And so it is today. So it is in the Jewish state of Israel. So it is in Canada and so many other countries around the world that are blessed to have strong Jewish populations. And so I join with all Jews everywhere in the world to celebrate this wonderful occasion. And in our own small way, Anna and I would like to wish you a happy Hanukkah. We'll be enjoying some nice l'chaim and some wonderful delicacies here momentarily. And Rabbi will be showing us how to properly light the menorah and how to bring light and to keep that light sustained. And so let us all celebrate Hanukkah and the triumph of light over darkness. Thank you, and over to you, Rabbi.
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition, and soon to be our new Prime Minister, Pierre Poilievre, and his dear wife, Anita Poilievre. The Honourable Member of Parliament from Thornhill, Melissa Lantzman, Chabad alumni from 10 years ago, to everyone attending, Happy Hanukkah. I'm here along today with my dear wife, Yocheved. We are filling in for Rabbi Chaim Mendelson, who is currently on a mission in Germany and Ukraine, bringing the light of Hanukkah to thousands without light, yet with lots of hope. He's there with Rick Eckstein, and they're watching this live actually now from the Ukraine. Hanukkah recalls a time over 2,000 years ago when the Jews living under Greek rule were persecuted. The Greeks forcibly attempted to Hellenize the Jewish people. They outlawed the practice of Judaism and killed anyone who challenged their authority. A statue of their Greek god was erected in the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. Jews rose in revolts and won a most remarkable military victory. Fresh off the battlefield, the Maccabees came to rededicate the temple, only to find a single cruse of oil still intact. With it, they relit the great menorah. The oil was sufficient to burn for only 1 day. Miraculously, it burned for 8 days, which is why we light our menorahs for 8 days. If you think about it, the miracle was really only 7 days. The cruse contained enough oil for the first day. Anything after that was unexpected. But the first day was normal. What was the miracle of the first day? We should celebrate Chanukah for 7 days, not 8 days. The answer is that we tend to think of miracles as spectacular events that fall from heaven. But sometimes miracles occur only when you have the courage and faith to take the first step, to kindle the first flame. The truly miraculous isn't the flights, it's the liftoff. It's not the second step, it's the first one. The miracle of the first day was that of courage itself, the courage to fight, the courage to ignite the first flame. It was to be in a position to light it all. If we celebrated only 7 days of Chanukah, we would only be bearing witness to God's miracle. The fact that oil lasted an impossibly long time. By celebrating 8 days, we acknowledge that critical first day, that day in which the Maccabees took the courageous first step of lighting the menorah. We remember their initiative and ours. But it isn't easy to have that courage, then or now. For many years in the Soviet Union, the crimes of Stalin were not mentioned. This taboo was officially broken in 1956 by Nikita Khrushchev, then Secretary of the Communist Party. In a secret 7-hour speech, Khrushchev chronicled the crimes of Stalin. He depicted Stalin as a monster who had launched terror campaigns against every citizen of Russia, who at the height of his campaign was executing 40,000 people a month. In the midst of the speech, a voice yelled out from the back of the chamber, "Khrushchev, you are one of Stalin's top aides. Where were you when all this was going on?" The crowd grew silent, and Khrushchev screamed, "Who asked the question? Stand up!" A pause followed. Khrushchev repeated his question, but once again was met with silence. He then replied, "That's where I was," cowering in silence. One of the saddest facts of the human condition is that most people are silent when they should speak out. Because of the lack of courage, evil triumphs again and again throughout history. Injustice thrives in silence. Most Russians in the 20s and 30s and 40s were not evil like Stalin, just like most Germans in the 30s and 40s were not evil like Hitler. However, you don't need a great number of truly evil people to carry out massive evil. You only need a shortage of courageous and good people. Complacency does the rest. And there's a great courage shortage. It is the most uncommon of all virtues. There are far more kind and honest and talented and intelligent people than there are courageous people. This is the way the anti-Semitic BDS against Israel on university campuses is successful. Many professors have knowledge, but not moral courage. They desire to be liked and popular and are afraid to stand up for what is morally right. They don't want to be shunned in the faculty lounge and at conferences. As a result, college campuses throughout the world are now breeding beds for anti-Semitism. Sadly, in the fight of good against evil, all the great virtues like wisdom and knowledge, humanity, justice, and love amount to do very little, not accompanied by courage. Virtue without courage is like a night without stars. College campuses have gone dark. But the Chanukah light reminds us that evil, injustice, cruelty, or moral complacency do not have the final word. Each one of us in our own way can courageously kindle a flame of goodness that brightens the world around us. We can have the courage that makes all the other virtues shine bright. Honorable Leader Polyev, my wife and I have a daughter living in the Holy Land in Israel. And when we see you taking a strong stance for Israel and Jerusalem, you are a living example with the same spirit as the Maccabees. A spirit to stand up and speak for the truth. Melissa, my father lost 3 siblings in the Holocaust. They were murdered for one reason, the crime of being Jewish. When you stand up as a strong Jewish woman on the floor of power, and you mention your loved ones who were murdered during the darkest moments of recorded history, yet you stand with strength and with pride. Not only does your dear mother of blessed memory stand proud in heaven, but all the Maccabees are cheering for you. There were times when any other people would have given up in despair, but somehow Jews did not. We saw ourselves reflected in the flames. With tenacious faith, we lit a light of hope and blessing that no power on earth are able to extinguish. Because of their courage and devotion, and ours, the flame of Judaism continues to burn brightly to this day. Now it is our turn to kindle our special flame.
Thank you. You're the boss. Your wish is my command. Those are very powerful remarks, Rabbi. Very touching. I can tell that. They touched all of our hearts.
Thank you.
So, right. So he doesn't even want to go out. All right.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim la'avoteinu bayamim ha'hem bizman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'hecheyanu v'kimanu v'higiyanu la'zman hazeh. Ma'osor Yeshuasi lechana elishabeach tikom beis tefilasi v'sham toda nizabeach leistachim apeach mitzoram naveach azekmar b'shir mizmor Chanukah samizbeach azekmar b'shir mizmor Chanukah samizbeach. Am Yisrael chai, Am Yisrael chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael chai, Am Yisrael chai, Am Yisrael chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, 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 Am Yisrael chai, Yod Avinu chai, Yod Avinu chai, Yod Avinu, Yod Avinu, Yod Avinu chai, Yod Avinu chai, Yod Avinu chai, Yod Avinu, Yod Avinu, Yod Avinu chai.
I'm going to jump in and close this off for those at home so we can continue the party here. On behalf of 100% of our Jewish caucus, which we plan to double in the next election, thank you very much for hosting at Stornoway in your home. Thank you, Rabbi. And thank you to Senator Husakos, who's a great friend of the and happy Hanukkah, and have a joyful season, everybody at home. Thanks very much.
Happy Hanukkah. Get in
Come
there.
on, say bye to everyone.
Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful celebration with all of us, and may the light continue to shine bright.
Amen.
Happy Hanukkah. Thank you. Chag Sameach.